Hello and welcome back to Fichthal. So, in this episode I'm gonna take care of the nitrogen levels on our fields. But before I do that, I want to go and check the soil. So I'm gonna go and lease the Isaria Pro. Is something, so a soil sampler. And that thing takes, well, self-explanatory soil samples. And then you send them to a laboratory where they check it out, and then they tell you what kind of soil you have, what kind of needs it has, and yeah, so you can do more precision farming. I was looking at some bigger tractors for the road train. There are some options, but I'm not really convinced I want any of them. And they also are expensive. I think that the cheapest is around 110,000 pounds, euros. And there is an option, let me show you real quick. So we could go with the Fendt Vario. It starts at 296 power, 296 horsepower. We could start with this. It would fit well on the map because it's it's a German brand. We could get one of the mods, so New Holland 70 series. We do need to get a bigger engine. It's 240 is the maximum, so I fear that's not enough. But let's focus. We are here for the Isaria Pro. This Scout. Alright, this is it. Lease, yes, because we don't need it that often. And this is it. And after we get the soil samples, I am going to take the spreader we have in the barn, and we are going to go and adjust the nitrogen level on our fields so it's perfect. So our grass yield is gonna be as big as possible. So how does this work? You go into the field, and then you will see the mini-map on your left change. This is part of Precision Mod, it's not MaizePlus, but I'm still gonna explain a bit. And you unfold the machine. This is it, and you can see a green circle in the mini-map. This is the area that's gonna be sampled. So you can try and be as efficient as possible. And it takes about a few seconds for the soil sample to get taken, and you can see the brown area is the sampled ground. So you have to make a few samples out of each field in able to cover it all. And when you're done, you send those samples to the lab for testing. Okay, the soil sampling is done. You can actually see in the machine you have 3 little cups that get soil put into it. Yeah, it's a nice mod, it's a nice design. So if I want to send them, I need to press Z on the PC to send soil samples for analysis. and we will see the results soon. So let me fold this up, and I'm gonna take it back, and I'll be honest with you, I have completely forgotten about this hay. So before we do any pH adjustments, I need to bale this and get the bales off the field to get them in our barn. It's very important we get feed in. Okay, so we paid 1400 for samples to be analyzed. This is the laboratory fee, and now we should be able to see the composition of soil on our fields, at least the fields we tested. The oats field that we have already sown, I have simply purchased the soil information. You can also do that if you don't want to do this sampling thing. But I always want to do sampling thing if I can. No, I didn't have the time when it came to the oats, but for these fields I do have time. Okay, well, see you back at the farm when we hook up the baler. The baler supposedly needs only 80 horsepower, so I am going to pull it with this because we already have it warmed up, and it has, I think, 140 horsepower. So it should be plenty to do what we want to do. Let's open both gates. Oh, they're a little bit slower to react. Awesome. And I have to remember to refill the baler before I go, because we have never used it before and it's probably still empty. We do have the netting over there, right at the side of it. Good. Now can I unfold this? No, but I can refill it. Okay. And away we go. Rome. I wonder how many bales we're gonna get off that field. It's probably not gonna be too much, because it is only one field and it is, how should I say, it hasn't been fertilized, it hasn't been anything. I haven't done anything with it before I started cutting, so yeah. Okay, this is gonna be fun because I can barely see where the swath is. The grass has grown so much. Okay, it seems to be working nicely. I set it to what, 8 kilometers should be fine. And I think we're already getting a bale out very soon. So one bale is 4,500 liters. Okay, good to know. Oh, how cool how the baler unfolded. And the first one out. Great. Forward. I'm gonna do the rest in time lapse. So enjoy. baling is done. We have created 10 bales, which is not a whole lot, but it is a start. So, yeah. If we plant corn to make more silage, we can use all the grass fields to make hay. So, I think it's gonna be okay. Well, I hope it's gonna be okay. Yeah. Well, see you at the farm. Yeah, so you may have noticed when I was unloading bales, they looked pretty small against the baler. And I have checked, I can actually change the bale size to 150 centimeters or 180. I'm not sure what the volumes are. So for 125 centimeters, the volume is 4,500 liters. And it might be good to calculate what kind of a literage of hay our mixer wagon takes, and we can make appropriate bales, so you can then make portions, you know. So let's, for example, say one mix needs 1 bale, 2 bales, not 1.5, if you get what I want to say. There is another thing I will do on discounts. It's Robert Evulo Mix 230p, so it's 30,000 liters. At the moment we have 22,000 liters capacity in our mixer wagon, so I'm going to buy this. Okay, it has a watering. What kind of tube? Oh, it's over there. Yeah. We are going to use watering because it's included in MaizePlus. Without conveyor. With conveyor, where is that conveyor? Okay, it's over there. No, we don't need conveyor. Rear options. With chest, I don't need chest. I don't need spreading at the back. Okay. So it's gonna be 30,000 pounds. Euros. I'm gonna buy it, and we are going to sell our old mixer and get back with the new one. But not right now. Right now I'm going to focus on clearing the bales off the field, and I'm gonna do that with our trusty Fendt. I think it's parked in here. And it is. It already has bale spike on. So the last thing we need to have is a trailer. And let's carefully get a... yeah, right. This is gonna be a treat. I don't know why I parked it in here with the front loader on. It's... yeah. Okay. Looks like we are out. I guess I just like making my job tougher than it needs to be. Okay. So I believe that the bale wagon is in here, and indeed it is. I have picked a lower one because we have a John Deere skid steer on top of our barn in the top section, so it's easier for that little thing to reach and to get the bales off. And lean in so I can see a bit better. And I think the moment or the time that our silage is fermented, we are going to start making feeding rations, so TMR, and dump it to our cows. Because I don't want the feeding trough to get too empty. It can get uncontrollable. Okay, so I will park this in approximately the middle of the field. And then we'll go and dig in. I think this is pretty flat, so this will be the place. And let's put the tines down. Go. So I usually put bales on their flat side because they are easier to handle that way. So I think I'm gonna do that here also. It would be good if bales would be just a little bit squishier, if you know what I mean, because right now where they are hard as a rock, they are not easy to grab with a bale grabber, for example, and they also can well, not roll, but it's really hard to stack them up. They have no breathing. So 10 bales shouldn't be too difficult. I think it will only be one level on this trailer. We won't even go any higher. There's plenty of space on this bale trailers, but yeah, we are going to need that space. So that's perfect. There's a little gap in between the bales. I could do that a bit neater, but I don't think there's any need for that. I think we can manage it like this perfectly. Quite well. Okay, and I think they are just a little bit too wide for the trailer, or maybe not. But this one needs to be pushed in a bit. Just a little bit. Okay. I don't want to throw the other bale off on the other side. Yeah, I think it's good. Roll. Okay. Okay, I can align the bale by going like this. Push it just ever slightly towards the other bale, and yeah, awesome. I jokingly said once in one of the Let's Plays that I'm a straw surgeon when I was handling bales like this. But it is a very satisfactory feeling. Yeah, mess this up. Let me quickly fix this. It is a very satisfactory feeling when you are good at handling bales, or any front loader work for that matter. At least for me, I have I feel greatly rewarded when this is going good. And yeah. I know a lot of people struggles with this front loader work, or yeah, you should stop rolling, please. Okay. Yeah, I know a lot of people struggles with this work, but for me it's really nice, especially when things go good. Now I can't really see over here. Okay, it's like I had to push just a little bit. So yeah, this lean-in function is a part of the mod realistic cab view, and it's so useful because it gives you better perspective when you're handling your bale or whatever front loader work you do. And it also makes it easier for coupling the implements, because you can lean in on the back and you can see where your hitch is and align it, so you can make your job a little bit easier, and you can add a little more realism to your gameplay, because the game allows you to couple implements even if they're not perfectly aligned, but in real life you wouldn't be able to do that. So okay, now where is the last bale? We have 10. This is 9th. Let me go out for a bit. Okay, we're there. Okay. I will go a little. I will scoot over when it's a bit more flat. Because this is the thing I was saying with bales being rock hard. If you don't have them perfectly aligned, you have difficulties getting them off. Like this, you can see the tractor is a little bit more, has leaned more than the bales have, and that's gonna give me trouble when unloading on a flat surface. But if the bales were soft or just a little bit more squishy, I could actually, you know, compress the taller bale just a little bit and it'd be good. Yeah, you can see I still hold the bale that was a little higher, and that would be solved with squishier bales. At least I think it would. Well, logic says it would. Good. I think we have a neat little stack on the trailer, all done manually, as you have seen, of course. Yeah, and this is another thing that the realistic cab view helps with. Okay, now the straps. And we have two that go over, and this is it. This is our load. Okay, successfully navigated back to the farm. Now, another fun part. We get to use the skid steer. I don't use it often, so it is going to be fun. I got a Massey Ferguson, it's a mod, so it's really small and really old, very basic, but I think it's gonna do its job like we need it to. Okay, so let's get the straps off. Off, not on. And let's go get our little Massey. Yeah, look at it. Of course, we have to climb in from the front. I hope it's strong enough to actually make it up this ramp with the bales on. So I'm gonna try 2 bales at a time. And if that doesn't work, I'm not sure. Well, I am sure. If that doesn't work, we'll try with 1 bale at a time. So these skid steers are very useful for navigating tight spaces. Oh yeah, no problem. Not a problem at all. So where do I want to have hay? I think I will have hay over here, so I can dump it straight into the mixer wagon to this hole over here. Yeah, so we have to find a perfect place for the mixing wagon to park it when we do the feeding. So we can simply use this skid steer to drop the bales in. Yeah, this is plenty powerful. I had tested the Kramer front loader, so self-propelled front loader, but it had trouble. It had power trouble getting up this ramp. And yeah, this is again the example of rock hard bales. Yeah, you haven't seen that. Neither have I. Now the question, can I reach the other side of the trailer? It would be perfect if I could. And it looks like I can. Okay, so just spike them a little bit better. The closer you have your weight to your center of gravity, the more stable you are. And it's a little bit awkward driving this with the steering wheel. It's driven in real life with sticks, but I think it will work just fine. So yeah, I have a cow over here. An interesting bug. Must say I haven't seen that before. And you may ask what cow, and I may answer, I don't know. I haven't seen any. It's fine. This is going better than expected. I was expecting to have some difficulties with the skid steer, but it looks like we're gonna be okay. And yeah, 10 bales really doesn't look much in in this huge barn. And judging by the feeding needs of our cattle, we are gonna have to have a whole lot more of this. Oops. I pushed that bale a little bit too far, I think. I hope I can still reach it. Barely. This wouldn't work in real life, but hey, it's a game. Okay, so let's take this bale and put it next to it. Okay, so we have 4,500 liters of hay in our barn. That may sound like a lot, but remember, the cows in 2 months eaten more than 100,000 liters. So if we would do a mix of half-half, this would definitely not be enough, even for 2 months. So we're gonna have to make a whole lot more of hay. The straw is on the way, it's already growing. Park this over here. Hey, you did good, little Massey. Can you hear the munching? It's funny. Okay, and this is going to be it for this episode. I would like to thank you for watching. I hope you find it interesting and entertaining, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.